Section 5.3, Polynomials. A polynomial is basically all different kinds of terms to different exponents. So here I have 3x squared plus 4x plus 5. This contains three terms. The first term is what's listed first, so this would be 3x squared. The coefficient is always the number in front of the variable, so for the first term 3x squared, the coefficient is a 3. The second term is 4x, the coefficient is a 4. The last term is 5. When you're talking about the degree is whatever the exponent is, so on the first term the degree is 2 because it's x to the second power. On the second term the degree is 1 because it's x to the first power. And the third term does not have an x, so the degree is a 0. The leading coefficient is the coefficient of the highest degree. So here, these are in order, meaning the highest exponent is first, 3x squared, then I go down to an x, 4x, and then I have no x's or just a 5. So the leading coefficient is also the coefficient of the highest degree, so it's 3x squared, and because the polynomial is in order of the degrees. When you're combining like terms for polynomials must be the same degree to combine. So 4w to the third plus 2w to the third, each one of those has a w to the third, so you add the coefficients and you keep the common exponent. So 4 and 2 is a 6, and still a w to the third. If I have 3w squared plus 2w plus 6w squared plus 4w, I have a 3w squared and a 6w squared, that makes a 9w squared, and I have a 2w and a 4w, that makes a 6w. If you have them listed with parentheses, you still do the exact same thing. You figure out which ones you're going to combine. And again, you're combining the ones that have the same exponents and the same variables. So minus 2x squared would be combined with a 3x squared. Minus 2 plus a 3 is a 1, so that makes a 1x squared. A 10x plus a 9x is going to make a 19x. And on my constant terms, which is the 6 and the minus 2, 6 take away 2 is 4, so when I write it in order, I get x squared plus 19x plus 4. What you have to watch out for is when you have a negative sign in front of parentheses, like I do here, the negative sign is distributed over everything that's in the parentheses. So the 10x squared becomes negative, the negative 6x squared becomes positive, and the positive 2 becomes negative. So when you're combining the terms, you're still doing it the same way, you just have to watch out for that negative that was distributed. So you're going to combine the minus 4x squared with the minus 10x squared to get a minus 14x squared. The 2x and the 6x is going to make an 8x. The minus 11 and the minus 2 is going to make a minus 13. So when you rewrite the whole thing, you have minus 14x squared plus 8x minus 13. Evaluating. When you're evaluating a polynomial, you're substituting the value they give you in for the variable and solving. So for instance, I have 6x squared minus 2x plus 4, and it says to evaluate when x is equal to a 2. So I want to put that 2 wherever I have an x. So I'm going to have 6 parentheses 2 squared minus 2 times a 2 plus 4. Again, the 2 is going in wherever I have an x. So 2 squared is 2 times 2 is 4. Notice I'm not doing 6 times 2 and making a 12 and squaring a 12. Only the 2 is squared and then it's multiplied by the 6, which that will give me a 24. Minus 2 times 2 for the second one is a minus 4, and then I still have my plus 4. So minus 24 minus 4 plus 4 gives me an answer of 24. Finally, the last one, minus 2x squared minus 6x minus 5 when x is equal to a 3. I put the 3 in for the x, again, right over here and over here. So it's going to be minus 2 times 3 squared minus 6 times 3 minus 5. Again, the 3 is being squared. 3 times 3 is a 9. 9 times a minus 2 is a minus 18. On the second one, minus 6 times 3 is a minus 18. And I still have the minus 5. When I add everything up, again, all negatives, add them up, keep the sign. I get an answer of minus 41.